Hi everybody, welcome to room 104. We'll just take a walk inside and I want to show you how I've set up my spaces for learning centers. This is the library center in our classroom, and in the library center there's the listening center, and I have these wireless headphones I got from Lakeshore that I just love. And there's our listening center rules, and these are books for them to read. I changed these right now. They're all easy readers for the kids to enjoy. I changed them from thematic books that match to reading books. Here's a comfy couch and a alphabet chart that they can build words, book buddies that they love to play with. Here's some guided reading levels, leveled readers, more comfy chairs, and these are our alphabet animals that match all of the anchor cards that I use in the classroom. And I'll zip back up and show you the animal cards that are along the top of my chalkboard. This one right here is the poetry center that's just part of this little reading area, and I change these poems periodically to match what we're doing. The pointers that go with reading the poetry center and reading just anything in the classroom. Here's my guided reading center that is just adjacent to my library, and you can see the word wall, and the animal alphabet matches everything else. I found that corresponding everything in the classroom makes the kids learn their letters and sounds very quickly. These binders are the activities that I'm using specifically for guided reading, and there are the reading strategies, and of course our letter friends. And I have an easel, and all my teaching supplies, I keep them right there handy, ready to go. Over here at this shelf, I have activities that are specifically for skills that we're learning. For example, this one right here is making sight words. So in there I have sight word cards and whiteboards and markers. I try to have all of these boxes so that all I have to do is pull the box out and the activity is ready to go for the kids. These I specifically use at benchmark groups, sometimes during centers, but these are the ones that kids really can do independently. And here's the tag readers that I have ready to go for kids, and my rechargeable battery station because I use a lot of batteries. The left side of the guided reading center, the top shelf are handwriting without tears baskets that are ready to go. As you can tell, I just like to keep everything so that we can grab and go. It really helps with transition time, and so in there are the slates, the chalk, the sponges, and the socks. The socks are for erasing the word if you're not familiar with handwriting without tears. And these are story boxes, and these are some Kindles that I have stories on there for listening centers. This shelf right here, well, the top is my guided reading assessments, but the shelf are where I keep all of my things that are ready to go for the week that I use with the below benchmark intervention groups. And I'll pull out one of these story boxes for you to look at. In each story box, I have things that are ready for the kids to tell the story, to build comprehension. This one has the 3 Billy Goat book, gruff book, the little characters, and blocks to build the bridge. So each one of these containers are ready to go for the kids to pull over and read stories. So we've looked at my library center and the guided reading center, and right next to it is the science center. And the science center, I've got the little science strategies above. And because it's the end of the year, a lot of my center signs are missing, but that's where one would be. And I change the science center about every 2 to 3 weeks. I found that 2 weeks is kind of the key to keep student interest. I keep them mostly with what we're learning, but at times the science center really does not match our theme. Right now you can see it's the Paleontology Science Center. There's their costumes ready to wear. I love costumes. It really just extends the learning. And I've tried to make the area big enough so the kids can move about, but I found the Science Center really doesn't need to be that big. In fact, for kindergarten, none of the centers need to be that big, so don't worry that much about your space. And I had a custodian that has dinosaur bones on his property, so I'm pretty rocked out that I have real dinosaur bones there. And here's our class pet, Freddie. Hi, Freddie. So there's the library center, the guided reading center, the science center, and adjacent to that is the playhouse, which we call the dramatic play center. And again, I change it like the science center about every 2 weeks to 2 to 3 weeks. I really have found with anything that 2 weeks is about optimal. Unless, it's a week we don't really get to it a lot, then 3 weeks. The kids really engage and play in it until they get bored with it. And so let's go inside. Oh, the kids voted and we named this Jurassic World. And so everything is alive in this dramatic play. And so the kids are able to come in and study what dinosaurs really were about. So there's some posters and here's their table. I usually put just paper, and I have some pictures of dinosaurs. Some of the playhouses actually have things that go with them, like if it's a shopping center, it would be grocery lists. And then over here, I don't know if they make these anymore, but these are dinosaur Legos, and the kids just love them. And over here, I keep this shelf, and it's blank because it's the end of the year, and this is where kids are able to hang their student work. And I keep my power pockets and homework, and this is where our library books go. So that's kind of this area. And there's my door. And this is where I keep my star student poster during the week. This is our bathroom. And my policy is just like at home. If the kids need to go, they get up and go. They don't ask, they just move whatever time it is. I've really found that is the least intrusive to any teaching. And here's our sink area. And I'll pan out, and this is our art center. And the art center, right now I've got set up trying to get the kids to think about dinosaurs. And I have specific projects that we work on each day, but during free choice time, I have everything available. So all of these drawers are filled with different art material that are just there for the kids to use. They don't have to ask, it's just theirs when they want it. And there's the drawing rack that we use. Kids love oil pastels. If you don't have oils pastels in your classroom, make sure you grab some. This is our scrap box where they can use anything, and we've got the paint shirts, and I pull out the easels for them on our painting days. So I'll take a kind of a pan here. Here adjacent to the art center, and there's our door that goes into the hall, is our outside door that goes around outside to we take it to the playground because we don't have access to the playground. Here is my teacher storage area, and back in my old school I had all of these so beautifully labeled, and I moved 4 years ago and I just still haven't had the time to fix them. People ask how I know what's in them. Trust me, I can tell you what's in every drawer. There's my big books, and I have them all organized by theme, and also my Wonders and my Go Math books together. And there's our jump rope because it is jump rope season. And I keep like paper, those have not art supplies, math curriculum in them, and those are our art shirts. So that's my teacher area that is just for storage. I wish it looked more beautiful, but it's functional. But let me show you inside one of the drawers. This is where I keep all of my lessons that I have ready to go for centers. So I have them all organized by themes. This one might be one of the harder ones to see because of all the bags. But so if I'm doing a fall theme, I have these all organized thematically. and sequentially of how phonemic awareness and phonics skills are developed. I also have a chart that shows where each one is in case for intervention I need to get to something else. Like if I need a CVC word, I know where to find it. And this one is math, and it's the same thing. I have it all organized thematically, sequentially by skill development, and so they're all ready to go. In these drawers, I have my listening centers. Sorry, it is the end of the year. And I have these also filed thematically. Then my teacher drawers, and who knows what they're going to look like. Which one should I open? Here's one that, so you can see I have all my stuff, and I try to store as much thematically together as I can in these. So these middle two drawers are my thematic teaching. These two drawers are my reading center materials. This one is listening centers, and this one is math. All right, you were probably bored with that part. And here is where I pull the lessons for the parents that are going to come and help me during centers. And you can see I have Mondays ready to go. This one, they're ready to do the zoo takeaway game. So I have everything in this drawer. And I have the parents trained that if they're a Monday parent, they just come and pull the drawer. And here's our game, our math game we're going to be playing is Climb the Beanstalk. I try to do a math and a reading game every day at centers. This is the table I have parents work at. One of the parents, I try to have a really great spot for parents so that they're comfortable. During our math time, however, this also doubles as our math area, and here are the math supplies. And there's our math center sign falling down because it's the end of the year. So this is math, and it's also teacher's storage, because at this easel is where I do whole group handwriting and some whole group math lessons. So that's that storage. Back here on the shelf behind the table are our student portfolios, and I've got a blog post that but I'm working on one this summer that is a lot more complete about how I do my portfolios. This is where I stack the papers for the month, and then at the end of the month I collate them and then call the students up to put them in. So if you want to know more about portfolios, you can find that this summer. I'll have a very complete portfolio one. Here's our iPads that are charging, and our star student sheets. Pan out so you can see that area. There's the art, there's my teaching supply area, the parent table that doubles as the math, and the math center. And right adjacent to that is the writing center. And I have this tin board that I just love. It is, I got it at a heating store. My Uncle Miles was a furnace man, and so I knew that you could get any size metal that you want, and then they round the corners for you so that, you know, they're protected and kids can't get cut on them. And then I just screwed it in, and I use, this changes with my theme, my word cards. So it's my thematic word wall. And there's the supplies, and there's the student seating. And you've probably seen my products, my writing center products. I use Dee Dee Will's writing a lot. I like hers, but if it's a thematic one, then I pull mine out. Like right now I have the dinosaur one ready to go. And here's our writing strategy cards that the kids really use. My Chromebook computer center. You can see I have these great wiggle stools I got on Donor's Choose. And this is the one I use for center time. So I have these up and ready to go all the time. Next to the Chromebooks, you'll see, here's my Monday through Friday stack where I get stack the papers ready to go. It looks a little cleaner when it's not the last weeks of school. And some of the current books I'm reading. And of course this cookie jar kid gave me once, I just love it. My charging station. These are my iPods that I use for QR codes right now, or listening centers. And this is my teacher area. I'll kind of come around the other side and show it to you. I've tried my desk a lot of ways, but I love this one because it gives me quick access from two sides to my desk. And we use the computer a lot, of course, to project up on the screen and using the document camera, so I can just get to it really quickly. Sorry for that. I hope you didn't get dizzy. And again, it's the end of the year. Forgive my little bit of messiness. And there's kind of all my teacher stuff and my little fridge and microwave, because you know we have to have home away from home. And this is where I store all of my worksheets or worksheet type activities in those binders down there. And here's my computer, and where I keep basically all the stuff I need quickly for the Wonders program, or for any phonics or phonemic awareness lessons I want to do. And there's my school computer that I wish was a Mac, and because it's not a Mac, I have my own Mac. It's an old laptop that I hope is going to hold together because I need it here desperately. So there's my desk area, and there's my Daisy guitar. I love it. That's about my 4th guitar I've had, and my son works for Guitar Center, so he told me about the Daisy and I'm in love with it. So if you play guitar, check out the Daisy. And so there's my things, and then it quickly goes over to our character development. I use WonderGrove. If you're not familiar with WonderGrove, it's wondergrove.com. I absolutely love it. The kids connect with it, and they actually beg me to show them the behavior movies that are like 2 to 3 minutes long. And this note paper I use for all kinds of things. Anything I write that I need quickly for modeled writing or Star Student, I write right there. And there's the big books that I keep that we're using for the theme for the week or two that we're doing a certain theme. Or my Wonders book, there it is. All right, so there I'm moving over. Here's my teacher easel, and I like this one because it's got lots of storage. And there's my Daisy guitar amp and my CD player, and these are our friends. This is Allie that helps us chomp out words. I Care Cat, if you're familiar with him, and the Phonics Pirate. I love him. And then the math, just a traditional math center that most every teacher has with charts. I had to really use the down below under my whiteboard because my room is kind of long and narrow, so I don't have a lot of room up front. And here's the teacher board. There's our dinosaur activity we did the other day, and then the document camera, and I'm back to the library center. So now I'll shift around and show you kind of the center of the room. So I'm going to move around in the carpet area, and you can see right behind is the alphabet center, and right to the side of it is the block center and the puzzle center. And there's kind of our whole group area. So I'm going to kind of pan so you can see it. I found that to be successful in learning centers, that you need to have everything organized and a defined space where things are ready to go. And the setup is a lot at the beginning, and then after that, everything's just always set up. You need to change a couple things here or there and put things away, of course. But other than that, it's usually just ready to go because the areas are defined. And then during free choice times, the kids are able to use what they've learned. So that's my classroom. Hope you enjoyed it. And I didn't ever show you the tables in the middle, so before I go, I'm going to go take a view from the other side. You can see the whole group table area a little bit better. So I like to keep all the sides along the perimeter of the classroom as defined center activities. And then here's my whole group table area. And then beyond, you'll see the block center and the alphabet dividing them, and the defined carpet area. So that's my classroom. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you also differentiate your teaching through learning centers.